Welcome to Out of Bounds. In this video, we travel from Kunming in China to Luang Prabang in Laos by international train on the Lao-China Railway, or LCR. This is part of an overland series from Hong Kong to Singapore and beyond. I will use practical ground or water transit options where possible, and hopefully share a few informative and fun moments along the way. Please feel free to check out the channel page and subscribe to follow the journey. On this channel, we have already traveled on a number of century-old railroads. By comparison, the LCR is almost brand new. The 1435mm standard gauge line was completed in late 2021, covering roughly 1,000 kilometers between Kunming and Vientiane, the capital of Laos. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic at the time, initially only cargo and domestic passenger services ran on the LCR. International passenger service started on April 13, 2023. Passengers with Chinese, Lao, or Thai mobile phone numbers can register and buy tickets online using the LCR mobile app. Tickets are available up to 3 days in advance. International tickets from China to Laos can also be bought on the China Railway 12306 app, though only available in the China to Laos direction and not the other way around. Otherwise, you can always buy tickets directly at stations along the railroad, but do keep in mind that tickets can get sold out from time to time. For the international train from China to Laos, even if you book tickets online, you will still need to visit one of a number of designated counters and get a paper ticket for the journey. Right now, it's about 7 in the morning. The air feels crisp and fresh as we head for Kunming Nan, or Kunming South Station. Kunming Nan Station is a large high-speed rail hub and the northern terminus of the LCR. There's a special check-in counter for the international LCR service. It looks like this D87 train is fixed to depart from gate 17B, at least for the time being. If you haven't gotten your paper ticket, you can also collect it at Kunming Nan Station. Do keep this ticket handy, as you'll have to get it scanned and checked and scanned countless times in this trip. I got to the station a bit early and I hadn't had breakfast yet, so I went to the mezzanine level to get some food to go. Boarding started 30 minutes before the scheduled departure time of the train. You're gonna need both the paper ticket and the passport linked to it to board. There is no border crossing procedures here, though the station staff may ask if you have already arranged visa for this trip, as Lao Visa on Arrival facility is not going to be available at the border stations. As we descend down to the platform, the special livery of the D87 Lancang Express is instantly recognizable. Lancang being the name for the Chinese section of the Mekong River and also the name of a historical kingdom that centered around modern-day Laos. This international service uses a modified version of the Chinese CR200J train set. Information displays and announcements are trilingual in Lao, Chinese, and English. We departed on time at 8:08 into a foggy landscape. The train soon reached 160 kilometers an hour. We'll pretty much be holding this cruising speed throughout. The train's vibration is pretty well controlled at this speed. 40 minutes later at 8:48, we stopped at Yuxi Station. Let's take a quick look around the train. The train is operated by a mixed Chinese-Laotian crew throughout the entire journey. Onboard crew will hand out Lao paper arrival cards, which non-Laotian passengers are required to fill out. At 9:34, we crossed the Red River. It flows downstream into Vietnam and through its capital, Hanoi, where we also crossed this river on a different train in the previous leg of the journey. At 9:48, we passed Mojiang Station. It is a lot sunnier now, and outside temperature increased to 22 degrees. There are lots of tunnels around this area, but there is mobile data even inside the tunnels all the way to the border. At 10:40, we stopped at Pu'er Station. Pu'er is of course known as the origin of a famous variety of tea, available in many Chinese restaurants all over the world. You can see plenty of tea fields on the hillsides here. At 11:24, we stopped at Xishuangbanna Station on time. We've covered 440 kilometers in 3 hours and 16 minutes so far. At 12:31, we arrived at Mohan Station, the border station on China side. All passengers disembark here with their luggage. The platform gets quite crowded. Watch out for all the suitcases and be ready for paper ticket check. The Chinese border control is inside the Mohan Station building, with customs first, then passport check. Despite the crowd, the process was reasonably quick, taking only 15 minutes after stepping out of the train. There is a large waiting area for all the international passengers on the other side. Boarding started at 1300. Tickets scan again, then passengers get back on the same train and the same seats. The train speeds ahead a bit further, then enters into a long tunnel where the physical border lies. The two national flags are illuminated at the exact demarcation inside the tunnel. There is a 1-hour time difference upon crossing this border. We arrived at Boten station on Laos side at 12:35 local time. Here, we repeat the border control again, with everyone getting off with luggage and clearing Lao entry procedures. It's a bit chaotic inside the immigration hall as there are separate lines for tour groups and individuals, but instructions are not very clear. Once you get across, there is also a waiting area for international passengers. The design language and facilities in the Laos stations are very much similar to their Chinese counterparts. I did find, though, that the convenience store in Boten station was better stocked and cheaper than the one back in Mohan. Boarding at Boten station started at 13:07. The train departed at 13:27. This is a mountainous region and the railroad goes through many tunnels. It's quite scenic, but unfortunately the tunnels here appear to be cellular signal dead zones. At 13:57, we stopped at Muang station. There are many rice farms around the station, often with cows roaming the fields. As the train crossed the Mekong River, we approached our destination, Luang Prabang. The train stopped at the station at 14:53, 8 minutes behind schedule and having covered 756 kilometers in about 7 hours 45 minutes, including the almost 2 hours of stoppage at the border. There's a final ticket scan at station exit. This station is built on the other side of some rather imposing mountains from the town center of Luang Prabang, so travelers most likely need some kind of transport. Depending on your situation, cellular signal can get spotty at times here, but I got pretty good mobile data on the station plaza. There are some seats here too, so this is probably a good place to get oriented and call for a ride into town. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like and subscribe for more travel and border crossing content. Thanks for watching.